Hey everybody, Ryan here from Music City Live. Welcome to an episode of Inside the Roadcase. I'm here with Amiee Allen. Hi, Amiee.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Amiee, you are co-hosting the Forest City London Music Awards, correct?
I am, the 23rd annual.
Amazing.
With my good friend, Brad Gibb.
Yeah.
You must have pulled some strings or something for me to get this co-hosting gig. Yeah.
Yeah, we had Brad on episode 4, I believe it was.
Yes, I saw that.
And that was awesome. And I've known Brad for years, and he's a good dude, and so that'll be fun.
He's a big energy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited to share the stage with him.
For sure.
Yeah.
So for people that don't know, you are involved in music.
Yes,
and you're
I am.
also involved in tattooing.
Yes.
Right?
That's my main gig.
That's your main gig.
Yes.
How you and your husband both are into doing the tattoo thing, yes? No?
Aaron once was.
Once was? Okay.
Yeah. I taught him long ago.
Yeah.
And it lasted for a few years.
Okay.
When we ran our shop.
Yeah.
On Wellington Street together.
Yeah.
But I've been tattooing close to 20 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And still doing it?
I still love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a time where I haven't loved it. It really fills my cup.
Okay.
And fulfills a big part.
And so you had a shop, but you don't anymore?
Well,
what happened there?
We ran a shop together called The Taste of Ink for about
Okay.
8 years on Wellington. And then COVID came.
Ah, yes. The infamous COVID.
It was time to sell. It was time to move on. Aaron was at a point where he was really busy with music and commercial music.
Yeah.
So he left the shop to pursue that. And by then we had our second child. And we had staff and like this big building to take care of and maintain.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just got to be too much for me to do on my own. So I had apprenticed 2 girls, and the 3 of us ended up just leasing a place at the Kellogg's plant.
Oh, okay.
At 100 Kellogg.
Yep.
So we were there for 3 years together.
Oh, wow.
And then our lease came up, so we just kind of parted ways, and
Right.
now I'm happily working from home.
Oh, I was going to ask you, where you were now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife works from home too. And she loves it.
I
It's
love
great.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, especially raising kids. And
So his client, obviously you don't have a storefront. So like his clientele then sort of more word of mouth and social media?
it always has been.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Someone sees a tattoo and they're like, wow, that's really great. Where'd you get it done?
Right.
So you have walking billboards everywhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way. That's
Yeah. Plus, being in the business for 20 years, you build up a clientele. And if you get one, you're likely to get another and another and another.
cool. And friends, right? Like, hey, where'd you get your tattoo? Like you said, right? So yeah, that's kind of how my wife's business works too. It's like, she'll help someone out, and then, it's like, oh, you got to go see my friend Lena, and that's how it goes.
Yeah. People like to root for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the music side of things, though, you guys are you guys still doing stuff together in music?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah. We're currently working on an album together.
nice.
We've always talked about co-writing an album.
Okay, cool.
And it just kind of organically started happening last summer.
Sweet.
So we've been in the studio in Toronto. We've brought our band in with us.
Yeah.
And doing it off the floor and producing it as a collective.
How many people in the band?
Well, we have pedal steel, drums, bass, 2 guitar players, and keys.
Oh, wow.
And then Aaron and I.
That's a full-on band.
We're show-stopping when it's full band.
That's awesome.
It's a good time.
No doubt.
And they're all incredible musicians and become great friends of ours as well. So
That's really cool. So when did you just started working on that in Toronto, or?
yeah, just late last year, we started recording the beds, and
Yeah.
it's in the mixing stage now. So
Oh, okay.
we hope to
Awesome.
have some stuff ready for the summer and hopefully have the album done at some point this year.
Yeah.
But that takes time and energy, and we're putting all of it into it. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, there's lots of moving parts, right? We were talking before we started on air about, kids and family, and
Absolutely.
and then you got the, the business side, and there's just so much going on, right? So,
Absolutely.
but it'll come in time, I'm sure.
It will.
Yeah, that's cool.
I trust that.
Yeah, and you guys play out together too, right? Like sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're actually going to be performing at the award show.
Oh, okay.
Volume 2 at the London Music Hall.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll do a duet. We won't bring the full band, but
Okay, sweet.
we do shows together. We have a couple private gigs, corporate gigs, and then we have a big band show coming up in September or October at the Mary Webb Center.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys did during COVID, speaking of which, you guys did. My brother sent me the links for 3 songs you guys did at the production facility. We had like
That's
a little
right.
broadcast thing.
That was
there,
a
right?
great time. Yes.
I remember that. I was texting with him earlier about it. Jared, can you pull that up for a sec? You got it? I picked this one specifically. I love this song.
Yeah.
It's such a cool song.
This is a fan favorite.
Our love is like a good tattoo. Yeah, it just looks good on you. Looks better when you're on mine. For years and years to come. That's more than just getting deep. Don't you know it's a part of me? Our love is like a good tattoo.
Yeah, you can tell you guys are just having fun with it.
We do have fun with it.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it's nice doing it live because on the recording, I'm not featured as like a second vocalist.
Oh, okay.
So people get a little treat when they get to see it live
Yeah.
because we get great feedback when we're together.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
Yeah.
How do you guys find the dynamic? Because I know that I don't actually know a lot of couples that sing together from town, right? So how do you guys find that dynamic as far as being a couple and singing together on stage?
It's this really special moment that we get to share together.
Cool.
And we've been performing together for so long that I don't really remember not performing together. It's just always been a big part of our relationship. Music has always been a foundation for us that we share together. And we consider our gig nights to be kind of like date nights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We use up our grandparent time with the kids for our gig nights. So we're like, we got to make it special and share a nice moment together on stage. So
That's cool.
we do have fun together.
Are your kids, you guys involving your kids in music at all? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Aaron likes to have every instrument in the house so that if the kids feel like picking up the drumsticks one day, they can
Amazing.
sit down at a kit and play. Or if they want to learn the mandolin, they just take one off the wall and learn how to play.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we have a nice baby grand in our living room upstairs that Aaron gifted me for my birthday one year.
Wow, that's cool.
So our daughter is in piano lessons,
Okay, yeah.
our oldest, and she's actually teaching our youngest how to
Really?
play piano as well. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yep. And then Aaron's always strumming on the guitar, practicing upstairs, and there's always music happening in the house.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, there's lots of music in our family's life too, and both my kids, my oldest daughter, she's in piano as well, and she's decided she wants to sing as well now. So she's got a recital coming up where she has to sing and play. So yes, this is a good thing.
It's so good to do it at an early age, building
yes.
that confidence
Yeah,
about getting up in front of people and doing something that's kind of scary and pushing yourself.
speaking of getting up in front of people, so London. I could never. This, the acronym. So FCLMA.
Yes,
London
Forest
Forest City
City.
London Music Awards.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved? Who asked you, and how did you get on board on this thing?
Well, we took the family to see Genevieve Fisher perform with the London Symphony. Symphonia.
Yeah.
At her performance a few weeks back. And backstage, we were just saying hi to Genevieve, and Mario was backstage. So we said, hello, it's been a while. We connected there.
Yeah.
The following week, I got a phone call from him, and he said, when I ran into you at the show, this idea popped into my head to invite you to co-host the Forest City London Music Awards this year.
awesome.
How do you feel about that? And my initial reaction in my mind was, no way. That's way too scary. I don't do public
Well, that's
speaking.
why I brought it up after that segue,
Yes,
right?
Yes. But the words that came out of my mouth were, yes, of course, I'm honored to, because I want to lead by example as a mother.
Of course.
And personally also doing things that scare you or make you uncomfortable are super important.
Yeah, absolutely.
To grow. And I've always had stage fright. I've always, ever since I was a little girl, performing at my piano recitals and singing in front of people. But it's always been something that I've pushed myself to face and conquer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So although initially I didn't want to do it, I said yes. And then I hung up the phone and I went and told Aaron. He was shocked. He's like, "What? You? Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I can't believe you're doing that. That's amazing."
That is amazing.
Yeah, that you're, stepping outside your comfort zone and doing something like this.
Yeah.
Because I thought, like, when am I going to have another opportunity like this? And I get to do it with my good friend Brad.
Of course.
So,
And most of the people in the room are people you know.
absolutely, colleagues and
Yeah.
peers and friends, and
Yeah.
yeah,
For sure.
I'm not going to put a lot of pressure on myself.
No. And that brings up a point, right? Like, what is, sort of for people who haven't been to the awards, I've been, and I think it's an incredible, opportunity to honor sort of Londoners and
Absolutely.
people in music. But what does it sort of mean to you, like being involved with it, the award show itself?
I've always enjoyed going to the award shows.
Yeah.
It's one night out of the year where you get to collectively come together and celebrate each other's art and music and, see, musician friends that you don't always get to see, and give them a pat on the back and, tell them that they're doing a good job. But then also discovering new artists
Yes.
and learning about the Hall of Famers. That's a big part of the show that I really enjoy is learning the history of the musicians and artists in London. And I love that they include the Battle of the High School Bands.
Yes.
It really encourages our youth to continue making music as a group rather than behind a computer.
Yeah. Right.
Getting in that garage and actually playing the drums and learning the guitar and then getting up on stage and performing for people as a youth. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Those are highlights for me.
No, it's a great opportunity. And previous to, because, I went to high school before Mario started all this, and there was nothing like that. There was some Battle of the Bands stuff that was happening when I was young, but not at this level.
Yeah.
Not on this kind of stage with this kind of production with all these types of people in front of you.
Exactly.
That wasn't a thing.
Exactly. And our youth is so talented. They're
Oh,
so
yeah.
talented, and it's great to give them a spotlight
Yeah, absolutely.
and send out an award home with them. Like, how cool would that have been
100%.
in high school?
We had some of the bands years ago, Charterhouse Studios here. We used to sponsor that award, and we'd given as part of the prize was some studio time, and we had a couple of those bands that came through here actually ended up going on to do really extremely well, and were incredibly talented musicians for their age and for what they had done at the time.
Amazing.
And it was amazing. Like you said, it's amazing to see that. It's amazing for us to obviously know who they are and for them to gain that exposure, but also for them to play in front of all those types of people, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool. How in terms of the awards, what kind of people can people expect to sort of see there? Like, it is open to the public, right?
Yep. It's a free event, but donations are welcome because it's not for profit.
Yep.
Our organization, everything is volunteer run. So a lot of people who are really passionate about music, you volunteer your time to be a part of a big event like this. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people, a lot of manpower. So
Absolutely.
passionate people about music. People want to come and meet artists and see performances, which we have 6 amazing performances prepared for the show. And
Do you know who they all are?
I do. So we have How's It featuring the Shout Sisters Choir.
Okay, cool.
We have Big Lou. We have Maggie's Wake.
Nice.
Yes, we've done some work with Tara before, and I haven't got to see Maggie's Wake yet, so I'm looking forward to that one especially.
Sweet.
Of course, the winner of the high school Battle of the Bands
Yep.
will perform that night. My husband and I, Aaron and Amiee Allen. And then our closer, which we're so excited about, we have Chuck Lair. He's a 3-time Juno-winning hip-hop and R&B artist, and he's going to put on an amazing performance. We're really excited
Yeah,
for it.
absolutely.
Yep.
I had him and Malachi on the show. For those of you that haven't seen that episode, go back and check it out. Full length episode where I get into it with him about, early days in Toronto and coming up and all the stuff that they did. And it was an absolute pleasure. Cause I grew up in the 90s DJing.
Yes.
and I played his music back
Oh,
then.
man.
And I worked on a show, and we talk about it in the episode. I worked on a show with him and Julie Black at Fanshawe.
Amazing.
Back in the day.
Wow.
And it was, at the time for me, it was such a big deal because, you know, those people were blowing up in Canadian hip hop at the time.
Absolutely.
And so it was, at the time, it, you know, I was a kid. I think I was, I don't know, 15 or 16 or something, right? Doing lights for the show. And so it was such a big deal for me at that time. So having him here and being able to chat with him and talk about his life and all the stuff that he's doing is incredible. And he's local now. He's
That's right.
living in St. Thomas,
Yes.
which blows people's minds.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
But no, that's going to be incredible. And I learned something today. I didn't know he was actually the headline artist. So now I'm super excited.
Yes.
That's
It was
good.
just announced. So
Nice.
yeah, we're really excited for that.
Yeah, that's cool. Sweet. Well, I look forward to seeing you and Brad co-hosting on the show. And I believe I'm presenting an award, so I'll
Fantastic.
be up there with you. But
Yes.
good for you for conquering the fears. And but I'm sure it'll be amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on.
And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Hey, everybody. Ryan here from Music City Live. Thank you for watching Inside the Roadcase. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care.